Hello, good morning and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 19th of January. It's the morning and surprise surprise it snowed again. The bin's full. I couldn't actually be bothered to jump up and down on it this week. Let's just get through there. Right, so yes, this week has mostly been dominated by snow and struggling to work all the time or home from work. Tuesday night was a complete and utter disaster because it snowed heavily just probably about 4:30 Tuesday afternoon, just when everyone wants to go back home from work, and caused complete gridlock everywhere locally, including Halifax. So I looked out when I wanted to go about 6 and no cars moving anywhere, so I thought I'll just stay and work, do a bit more work, be productive, why not? So 7, not much better, 7:30, not much better, 8 o'clock seemed to be a bit clearer. Thought, oh, I'm going to give it a try now, and it wasn't any clearer. I mean, it was around my work, but as soon as I got nearer the main roads, it was just complete and utter chaos again. So yeah, hour and a half to get back. I did some dash cam footage which I uploaded. Fortunately I'd got some footage previously, and as it was an hour and a half of a job to do 5 miles, completely and utterly ran out of footage, which was a shame because the best footage was this last bit with really snowy roads, because it was proper snowy up here. Although this was the easiest bit of the journey because there was no cars about by the time I got to this part. They'd all disappeared. So we were not too bad here now. It snowed about 6 AM. It was real snowing heavy, and I was thinking, oh, we're not gonna be able to get into work at this rate, but it seems to have calmed a bit since then. So, but I have set off a bit earlier, hence I was gonna yeah, set off a bit earlier, so it's a bit dark, obviously, for a morning vlog. But I thought I'd better account for the fact that this could take me some time to get to work. Bravely, I'm going up Queensbury. This could be a bad move, because we are actually going to climb altitude to come back down again, and Queensbury always gets it back, but I'm just kind of trusting the main road. It's going to be a bit like this one, because this one that looks like it's well gritted. I don't know on Tuesday if they hadn't gritted enough or they hadn't gritted at all, but yeah, they just caused road chaos really. So yeah, pretty much my week in the Arctic pole that is West Yorkshire, UK, has been, other than the snow, it's been alright. It's been busy at work. We've still got a lot to get on with. And kind of trim my parcels down. I didn't actually, just cautious on those, drop my Hermes parcels on Tuesday night, even though I drove past the petrol station, because I'd spent so long in that queue I wasn't leaving it to try and get back in it again. I was like, no, it's too late, they'll wait a day, I'll do them the next night. And when I went the next night, he says to me, why didn't you come in last night? Oh, he was laughing. He says, oh, every customer he has who comes in, yeah, and it's my right away, every customer he has comes in, just was telling him 2 hours, 3 hours to get anywhere, and all the woes and whatever else. So yeah, it just hit everyone. One of the ladies in my office, her daughter-in-law was at Bradford Royal Infirmary, so it's only about 11 miles from Halifax, and she worked there and was coming back to Halifax. 4:30 she left Bradford Royal in Bradford. She got in Halifax 10 PM, And I was moaning about an hour and a half. Oh look, a gritter. We're following a gritter. This is good news. Let's hope he's going to Halifax, the gritter. We can just follow him. But also saying that, I was so the last time over Christmas I was kind of fretting a bit that maybe I should have gone the whole hog and got the 4-wheel drive on this this beast of an SUV, but I saved the I wanted to save the fuel economy because of the weight of the 4-wheel drive plant. And then I have been thinking, was that not a wise move? The thing is, for the last goodness knows how many years, we have not seen anything like this sort of weather. Probably 4 or 5 years. The UK has had so many mild winters, and I think that's another part of the problem. We've just forgotten what it's like to try and drive on slippy, snowy roads.
30 miles per hour.
Of course, so what happens when they are a bit slippy and snowy? Everyone just has a nervous breakdown, crawls along so they don't crash into anything, although quite a few people did crash into things. In fact, on this road on Tuesday night, because I tried to come this way back because it was so slow out of Halifax, and headed up Boovetown, which is a long straight road where the police cameras normally sit, and then I just hit a wall of traffic. You could just see the snake of tail lights going all the way up towards Queensbury, and I thought, no, I'm not doing that, so I turned around and went back the other way, braved that one. But apparently, yeah, further up that road, a car had skidded and overturned onto its roof, completely blocking the road. That was that blockage. But there's been other sort of shots of people crashed into all sorts of things off the road, so it's a bit dangerous when it gets slippy, and like I say, it just doesn't help that we don't get used to it here, so we don't really know what we're doing. So let's see, oh, what's this say? So we're now going to head up to Queensbury Crossroads. We're doing alright, the road's alright here, I'll say. They've obviously done a bit of a better job keeping everything clear with the gritting. Yeah, alright, you can stop that now. You're just wiping nothing away from me. So, last week, oh, a bit of snow coming again. Last week we, what did we? Last weekend, I didn't get up to a lot last weekend, I don't think. Another one of those quiet weekends, just catching up with bits around the house and whatever else.
Warning,
and then
K-band, radar, check speed.
What else? I don't really think, there's not a great deal been happening. Put that one on as well, and a bit of snow's falling, lovely. Yeah, I got a chance to, I've not watched a lot of YouTube again, and of course YouTube has completely stitched everyone up, but it kind of, I saw it coming anyway, because the thing is, for some weeks now, YouTube has been saying this vlog I upload to YouTube isn't suitable for all advertisers. Well, you know, what's bad about my content of me talking while driving? I don't really get, I don't see the controversy. You know, I mean, it might be good for car insurance advertisers or something, but other than that, I don't know, you know, what, yeah, and the road's starting to cover straight. This is the thing, you see, when it snows dead heavy like this in short bursts, it beats the grit on the road, and the road starts getting covered, and that's where it starts getting all a bit wonky. So yes, many of my vlogs, just YouTube kept saying not suitable for monetization, not suitable for certain advertisers, and I'm just like, yeah, well, whatever. And yeah, this week they've just said that unless you've got, you're going a bit nuts now, wipers. You know, unless you've got something like 1,000 subscribers and X number of 1,000 minutes views, then you won't get monetised, and then they want us to let's get the foggies on, I think. So yeah, that's it basically. So I'm not getting any monetisation. Not that I was getting a very great deal of monetisation anyway. It's not like it's a world-beating loss for me. My only concern was I actually contacted Gordon, Tech Reality. Well, actually, he'd contacted me first about it, but I said the only thing that worried me was the fact that I'd got a bit of ad revenue that hadn't paid out because I hadn't reached the payout threshold. And obviously I was never going to now, so what was happening with that money? Was it just going to sit there forever? But he said that he'd asked Bob Bell about it, and Bob had said that they were going to pay out everyone whatever was in there, just to clear it up. So that'll be, it's proper snowy, isn't it, eh? Roads covering and everything. How lovely. I'm glad I set off a bit earlier, although we're not actually doing bad for time, but that's just because I set off earlier. If I'd left it another 20 minutes or so, we'd be in massive queues, I think. So we're going to do alright. So yeah, that's it basically. My YouTube channel will get no monetisation off YouTube. Doesn't really bother me a bit, because most of my content now is just being created to create Steam It posts, and you know, create GIFs for them and whatever else. You know, I'm going to keep, as Gordon said, quite agree with him as well, you know, what I'm going to do now is use, why are you braking hard in snow, you nutbags? Right, okay, yes. I did turn eco mode on the car for the snow driving. Thought it's a good plan to tone down the engine. Knowing eco mode takes all like this power and oomph out of the engine, so less chance of skidding and sliding about. It seems to work well though. So yeah, quite agreed with Gordon that, you know, the thing is, going to keep using YouTube and just use up their bandwidth, and no doubt they'll monetize themselves my footage and claim back money that way. It's it's beginning to look a little snowy. So no doubt they'll do that, but I'm just going to keep using it because it's a convenient way actually for Steam It. There is DTube for Steam It, which you can get more monetization off that as well, and that's a sort of a decentralized blockchain video sharing site. Didn't find it work so great for me when I tried it. It's supposed to have improved a bit, but I still think it's a bit flaky. And you do leave Steam It to go, let's drop a bit, and yeah, that kind of puts me off a bit, the fact that you have to, you know, when you have the video in the page, they've got to leave that page to go to the DTube video page and then watch the video, then go back again to Steam It. Whereas with YouTube, you can just embed your video share link and it automatically becomes a, you know, just playable box in the page, so they can watch the video from the page while looking at the rest of the content. Never leave it, go to the bottom and leave a comment and upvote you and whatever else. So kind of thought that's just the way I'm going to go and keep doing that, and it's working quite well for me, to be honest. Still not producing the world's greatest content on Steam It, but you know, I'm just trying to put stuff up that's interesting and fill it with stuff and whatever else. So one good thing last Friday night is that I'd been hunting around, and one guy I follow, I mean, I keep missing to follow him, and he's quite a good content creator, rather bizarrely named Nirgf, N-I-R-G-F. I've been through on one of his things, and he got a great little footer, because people tend to put these like footer sections in the posts about different things, and he got this like sort of black and white line art drawing of him with his username, and like you could click through to his blog, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And of course I follow an artist, and I bought one piece of her work, the frog that I put up in the roasting room. So I thought, oh, I wonder if I could get Bridget Art to do me a little line drawing like that. It would be quite cool to just put that in the footer of my post. So I'd been along and I was commenting on a few of her posts, catching up on those, and I'd mentioned that, and then she said, "Oh well, wait till later on. I might have something to surprise you." And I'm not actually sure. I don't think she could have done what she produced in the sort of 12 hours between. Was it 12 hours or was it? No, it might have been the night before. So she might have had 24 hours. But I mean, I don't know. I know it takes a long time to draw well. So I don't imagine even then. So I don't know if she'd not had this idea before I mentioned that, and it just happened to coincided. I don't know. But anyway, so on Friday nights when I got in, we should have been uploading the vlog. I noticed I'd upvoted one of her posts on Steam. Well, I use Steam D to see where I upvote because I auto upvote so many people, and it was about drawing of a follower. So I thought, oh, I wonder what that was. I went and looked, and what was it? A drawing of me, wasn't it? Which was fantastic. And then, you know, I wanted a little sketch of my face or something, and she'd done an absolute brilliant, stunning portrait of me, complete portrait picture. Absolutely cock on fantastic. Made me look 10 times better than I look in real life, which was very much appreciated. In fact, someone commented, I put it on my Facebook, and my partner's sister commented that I look like Danny Dyer. But yeah, it was fantastic. So I very much appreciate that, Bridget R. I doubt you get a chance to view my vlogs because you're too busy drawing all the artwork. I'm not really sure how you manage to get time to do all the drawings you do. But that was very good, yes. So I was really pleased with that. I've integrated that picture now into my footer, so that's all sorted out. My footer's nice and fancy. But should we let him go? Go on, big man. Spot on concrete. Don't pour any on me. So yeah, that was really good. I was really pleased about that. It's made a lovely footer image, and I've also integrated it now, so I'm using it for my comments as well, so that's pretty good. So yeah, on the whole, Steam is still flying away. It's been a bit of a rough week as far as Steam dollars dropped in value. Go on then, let's let everyone out. I'm just feeling generous today. Not that we're moving very far. Who would believe the lowest place, Halifax, is the slowest moving? Oh God. So yeah, Steam dollar value's been down. Post rewards have dipped drastically, and you know, it's just been a bit of a doldrums. I think it's starting to climb up again and back. But the thing is, all crypto has gone completely bonkers rubbish. It's all dive bombed in the worst possible way. The only good thing actually is Tesla's climbed. Yes, it's very nearly at what I bought the shares for after about 3 months. So hopefully it'll go higher, and then I can sell out and maybe give up that side of venture, because I'm apparently crap at doing stock things. As Dale Sudds quite rightly pointed out, that it was always going to be, well, you always lose more at the start than you gain. But so yeah, all crypto's down, and of course Bitcoin has taken a massive dive bomb. I got another payout from my little mining pool. I think that was Wednesday night. Every 10 days I'm getting paid, and I was like, oh, there's like £15 less than I got last time. It's amazing the difference. But I think I looked this morning, and it's climbed a bit again. So all of a sudden, what was in my wallet jumped up again. It's kind of amazing when you've got like a Bitcoin wallet like that, but what's in it, the value of it just changes all the time with the value of Bitcoin. So you go in and you refresh, and all of a sudden that number goes up or down and around. So yeah, still kind of glad that I got rid of what I had when it was high, about 13 grand, because yesterday it dipped to about 7,300, so it was nearly half what I sold out my Bitcoin sort of amount value-wise. It's climbed to about 8 something, I think, this morning. So hopefully it'll recover. Apparently the whole cryptocurrency big dip was something to do with Korea, and the Korean government saying that they were going to not ban cryptocurrency, but they wanted to make you know, track it and tax it and everything, because of course that's the big thing with governments now. It's people having earnings that they can't trace very easily, so it's like they're getting wealth, but the taxes aren't able to get it back, as it were, and they want to get it back, of course, because any government wants to just claim as much as it can in the name of supporting. I think we're just gonna to say nip through there, blink. So yeah, I think that was it, and I think there's a lot of evidently a lot of scare mongering amongst sort of lots of shareholders. So a lot of people sold out all of a sudden, thinking that they weren't going to be able to do anything with it, and yeah, the price dropped because everyone sold. But it'll climb back again, I think, because I seem to see these odd periods where it goes a bit funny, and then something good happens and it suddenly the value climbs, and everyone goes, oh, it's great, we'll buy more again. So just wait and see, I suppose, isn't it? It's like a lot of things. The same with Steam, really. I think as Steam it becomes a more active platform, and the thing is, it could come a heck of a lot more now with YouTube, you know, cutting monetization to smaller channels, because there's going to be a lot of people who you know, were alright, they weren't making millions, but they were making a little bit that, you know, they could just invest in a hobby or whatever else, and now they that's gone. They need to look elsewhere for it, and Steam is kind of an ideal way, because you can make a decent amount of money, to be honest, on Steam at the moment. It may get spread about more as more people join, but it, you know, it can certainly make a difference to a lot of people as well. So that's going all good. I kind of added to my follower account a lot. I joined a group on Steam. There seems to be a good idea to join many sort of groups or collective groups of people, because you can share each other's, well, you know, look at each other's work all the time. So it's a good way to sort of get your name about, get your work seen, and get some upvotes and comments. The bid bots themselves are kind of like just completely dying out because they're oversubscribed, and the thing is, most of it's people who are just throwing far too much at it to get the biggest slice of the upvote bid, and ruin it for everyone else who's just trying to, you know, put little bids in to get a little bit of a boost to the post, and there's people trying to take them to thousands and thousands of dollars just so they can be like, oh, I'm the biggest. Ooh. Looking around, and I saw someone had sort of contacted me, and we were sharing sort of our posts between us and comments and things, and I'd noticed that they were doing really even, well, much better than me, but weren't using bid bots, and I was kind of curious, because you've got to be curious, haven't you? You know what, I'm putting a lot of effort in with the bid bots, and this guy's coming along here, so I have to wait for him. This person just seemed to be randomly managing to, sorry person, there's this bloke in the way and everything else. Yeah, confused myself now. No. Yeah, this person just seemed to be doing really well on posts, just somehow, without doing anything. And I'd sort of inquired how they were managing to do so well. And basically I was told it's all about networking. You just need to get yourself about groups of people, and share with them, and do the reciprocal. You share your content, they'll share theirs, you both upvote each other and look after each other and whatever else. And that's the thing. That's the big way to grow on Steemit. So, and I know Paul, Old Guy Photos, has sort of said before you need to find your group and whatever else. But I just find it very hard to get in to a sort of a collective or whatever else. So anyway, what I did, because this person mentioned it, and then I'd seen it about a lot as well. There's a group called the Alliance, which is apparently split up now into 3 groups because it's grown so big. But the thing is, it shares via the tag, and then it shares via they have their own Discord, and you can share your content on there as well. So I kind of thought I'd join that, not just for me, because I think there's quite a few of my followers that are smaller, and I'm trying to support them, and I'm kind of thinking I'm not big enough on my own to support all these people, just me. So it might be something to bring them along, and maybe they can get them involved and sort of do it that way. So join that, but it was a hell of a long struggle. Wednesday night I was trying to go through, because there must be about 70 odd in the one I joined, the section of it, and I've got to follow each of them. I did them on Steam Follower because I know I don't get to keep track of them without it auto upvoting them. Then I had to went and viewed each one of their latest posts and upvoted it and left a comment. And leaving the comment became quite time consuming, because I'd read the post, enjoyed the post, and then I wanted to make a nice comment. But all this, when you're timing it by many things, means loads and loads of time, and it took a long time. And of course the only concern I have is I need to keep up with commenting on people's work. I can't just do it once. So that's going to be hard work as well. One thing was, before I end, because I need to go in, not much point being here early and sitting outside all day, is it? And Richard and Ellis, your words of wisdom will be this evening. But one thing was, on one of my posts this week, I found a fellow Brit on Steemit. Well, he found me actually, but he's in Leeds as well, would you believe? What a thing. And we were having a bit of banter about it, and I said, oh well, what we should do is have our own tag, the #Brits tag, and he actually replied back. He said, that's a fantastic idea, let's do it. He's made a Discord channel for the Brits, and so we've got the #Brits tag. So Gordon and Bob Bell, when you get in now, if you use #Brits, because Bob Bell was asking sort of how do you find posts, because it just seems there's no way to do it. Mostly it's with the tags. So at the bottom of the post there's those little tag sections. Well, they bracket a post, so if you click on a tag it'll show all the posts using that particular tag. So for example, if we all post using the Brits tag, then you can just click on Brits and you'll see all our posts, all our content, so you can just read about us. And you can also go into the Brits Discord that now exists, and leave your post link in the post promotion section of that, and then people can quickly find it that way. So that'll be interesting to see if we can sort of build up quite a user base of British Steemits on there. So if you want to join in that, Bob and Gordon, it's in the footer of my last night's post, which was Reflections Day 4, even though it's been about 20 days since I started it. It's taken me a while to get round to it all the time. I've redone all my footer there, so you see a nice Union Jack logo, and then below it's a click to join the Discord. So you can click through and then join that Discord group, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I will come back tonight in the dark on the way home, and we'll see how we get on then. And yeah, finish off and do Mr. Nelson's words of wisdom. It's going to be a long vlog again, isn't it? Crikey. Okay, see you in a bit. Hello and welcome to the coffee vlog part 2. Moving. This is purely to fill in until we get to the petrol station, so I can then do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. But while we head along this little journey, what I'm going to do as well is actually reply to Bob Bell's last week's vlog, because I haven't actually had time to reply on YouTube. I'm like, Bob, always miles behind with replies on there. And to be honest, Bob, it'll be a lot easier, because I know you do watch the vlogs all the way through, don't you? That if I just reply now while we do this bit, it gets it out of the way and it frees up a bit more time for me to get on with everything else I've got to get on with at the moment, which seems to be tons. So, Bob, love the green screen footage now in your new room, albeit a bit noisier where you've located it next to your neighbour's kid's bedroom. But there you are, you can enjoy a bit of dubstep while you're doing your recording, can't you? That'll be nice. But yeah, I like the green screen effect, it's quite good, and you show some quite good videos to go behind it. I had to laugh at when you put you on the video, so you're in front of yourself. It worked really well, I quite like that. But yeah, on the whole, really good that, enjoyed that. I know you said you'd been quite busy. I'm trying to remember this now, because it was like, I think it was Wednesday night I watched it. Did actually watch it on the telly, would you believe? Got that going on, just because I was upstairs. Put it on the Apple TV, and I sat doing some other things, so while I was watching it, but I never got the chance to do the comment, you know how it is. So yeah, I'm trying to remember all those things that were in your vlog, but it was a while back now. So I remember about the green screen, video thing. You got some more stuff coming in, hopefully, for videos. I do wonder actually how the YouTube malarkey is going to affect your videos, because I don't know how big your review channel was. So I suppose it's kind of going to put a... will it actually affect it so much if you're not monetized? Because you're still going to get the products for review, and I kind of assume when they get sent to you for review, the video reviews you do, you get to keep them at least. So the only thing might be, you might have to be a bit more keen on actually selling them on to gain some revenue, as opposed to just sort of passing them around people or keeping them yourself. So I don't know on that side of it, I'm not very sure, but it'll be interesting to find out. I'm sure on this week's vlog you'll have a comment on the whole YouTube malarkey. So I remember that, I remember the weather, you'd been busy on Sunday and not had a chance being out and about, and you'd also forgotten to put the camera on the front of the car for wherever you went to. So I remember that bit. I think that's about as far as I can remember of the vlog, and it was a lot longer than that, but like I say, it's been a few days since then, and the old grey brain cells are starting to fail me somewhat. But yeah, and I also think I picked up from somewhere that you might actually be busier weekdays now anyway, working again, so that's good news. So I'll probably have to just revisit and watch your video again and remind myself of whatever else was going on. But I do remember there's some points, like I say, about the green screen and getting all that set up. So that's all well and good. Heading back now, nearly at the petrol station. Was that a gritter coming up? We had some sleety snow, but generally it's not been too bad compared to what it was this morning. Don't know what it'll be like when I get up home though, up higher. I'll find that out, I suppose, in a bit. So we're going to stop now at the petrol station and do Mr. Nels's words of wisdom, because I couldn't do them this morning because I had to kind of stuck this cone out rather a lot. He doesn't like me parking here, I think that's why. I'm going to do it anyway though, and at least someone isn't going to moan at me for using up the space, are they? So Mr. Nels's words of wisdom, that's it, I never forgot. No, the only trouble is I emailed it this morning, so it'd be like 1,000,000 miles down. So just talk amongst yourselves while I hunt through my watch to find Mr. Nellis. Oh, good. It's crashed. Yes, the Apple Watch has crashed to the Apple logo. Marvellous, isn't it? And it takes it forever to reboot as well. Great. We'll get there eventually, I suppose. Okay, finally Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom have materialised on the watch, so we can do those. and some amazing editing work by me, hopefully, will cut out my waffle as I waited for the watch to reboot, because you don't want to really watch any of that. So you'll see some weird squidge as I cut out one and then I thought it was going to reboot again then. Go into another one. So, Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Much trial. I've spent a long time trying to get out. Things to talk about on your vlog about Mr. Nellis. The fire alarm of ITN. Didn't know they had a fire alarm. Well, I know they must have a fire alarm because everyone has one, but I didn't know it went off. And that was 2 weeks ago. All right, fair enough. Late news. Also, Richard watched I Spy with Owen Wilson and Eddie Murphy. It's a good film, and actually, I like that, Richard. I approve of that very much. The death of Peter Wingard. Again, Mr. Nellis, you're going to have to let me know who that was, but I'm very sad he's dead anyway. Also, he might watch The Shawshank Redemption on Monday. Oh, that should be pretty good. Calderdale meeting webcam website. Probably need a little bit more information for that one, Richard. Calderdale meeting webcam website. So the webcam of meetings of the Calderdale Council, maybe? Not sure. Early Man, and are you a fan of Wallace and Gromit? Oh, Wallace and Gromit, yes. I do like Wallace and Gromit. Not sure about Early Man, not sure what that one means. Also, he did not go on any Pennine Magpie trips on Tuesday. Wasn't very good weather, was it? I think, maybe. What will you do on Saturday morning and afternoon? I don't know, Richard. I know Sunday I'm hopefully going to Stoke-on-Trent to see my dad's dad. So getting that trip out of the way. Supposed to do that at Christmas, but he wasn't very well and didn't want any visitors, which is fair enough. But tomorrow, I don't know. We need to get some shopping done, some bits around the house and things. So we'll see what happens tonight. Right, that's a long enough vlog, I think, for this week. So have a good weekend and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.